Okay. Holy smokes. That was a huge flathead catfish. Holy smokes, that thing had to be at least 20, 25 pounds. Man, that was huge. Man, that was huge. There we go. Yeah, nice fish. Looks nice and fish. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. Look at that. Nice little gator trout. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at you. Nice channel catfish here. Is this where they want you to fish from? Probably. Not fond of that. We'll give it a try. I'd rather fish from the shoreline, but along that shoreline there's multiple spots where you could fish, but signs that say no fishing. Okay. Little green bass. Yeah, a little largy. Dinky one. Welcome back to the channel. Years ago when I started the channel, I would actually refer to it as welcome to another episode of Fishing Southern Maryland and Beyond. If you actually look at the title on the actual main screen of my channel, it still says and beyond. Well, I haven't done much beyond fishing in a while, but today I am. My wife and I have driven down to Kentucky because my youngest son is finishing up his training for his junior year experience for ROTC at Fort Knox. My wife and I are staying in the Shepherdsville area, and we've come over to the Bernheim Arboretum. It's a gorgeous location. We actually came yesterday, did some walking on the trails. I'll show you some pictures throughout, but they've got one lake that you're allowed to fish, and that's Lake Nevin. As I got out of the car, I was walking along the edge of the lake over there by the reeds, and saw several spots I would have liked to have fished. But all the signs said no fishing. But when you drive into the park, it says fishing only in Lake Nevin. So I walked around a little bit. I found this little pier. Is this where I'm supposed to fish? I don't know. I just caught a largemouth. Let's see if we can get a few more types of fish as well. It looks kind of small. Looks like it might be a crappie. That's exactly what I've got. I've got a black crappie. There we go, he's back. Okay, so I just got the text from my wife saying that she was finished with the trails that she was on. So I'll see it in a little bit. Hopefully I'm going to go to another spot and catch some fish there. But stay tuned. Alright everyone, so it is Wednesday morning, July 3rd, and I am within the confines of the Otter Creek, and I'm going to say nature preserve, but that's not the right term. But that's okay. It's a beautiful location. I'm at the area which is called the Blue Hole, and I'm going to give it a try. See if I can catch a fish here. Cast into that pool over there, and I've got a fish. What have we got? I got a little smallmouth. Yes, sir. A little smallmouth bass. We'll get a picture. I looked at it. I was looking at that pool right directly across from me. And I see that there's an eddy, a spot where the water slows down. I figure fish could wade in there, see if something comes by, attack it. That's what I was trying to do. I'm gonna go back down to another spot for a few minutes, but I've got one. Let's see if we can get another. There's another. Something a little better, I think, a little bigger at least. That's another smallmouth, it looks like. Yeah, a little bigger one. Another little smallmouth. That cast was into the same pool. Just put it out there, jig it a couple times, let it float down. I should say let it flow down because it's not floating. Let it flow down, and boom, got another. Same pool. A little bit bigger fish. Come here, buddy. Yeah, a little bigger one. We'll take a picture of you too. A little smallmouth action this morning. Okay. We'll put you back. There's a bite. Right as it comes past that log. We'll try a couple more casts and we got to walk back up to the car, meet my wife. Right there. Same pull, same area, same technique. Again, they're not huge, but they're fish. He swims right back to where he was. So being that it's the 3rd and today is the parent day on the base with Fort Knox with my son, as long as we can get on base, I've got to head back to the car. My wife's waiting for me. Got to make sure we're able to get on base. So we got to go to the visitor center, see if we can change our passes from tomorrow and the next day to today and tomorrow. Hopefully we're able to do so. But summing it up from the creek side, 4 smallmouth. Best one probably about 11, maybe 12 inches. It was a fun morning. I don't know about you, but whenever my wife suggests an area to go fishing, I usually try it. And she actually suggested this one. All right, so hopefully I'm gonna do a little more fishing on this trip. You'll know by seeing it. So we'll see you later. So I'm back to the Otter Creek area, and I'm walking back down to the Blue Hole this evening to see if I can catch a few more fish. You might be asking, what are you using? Well, I've got a 7-foot rod, fast action, real nice flexible tip, so I can set the hook easily. It's spooled with a Shimano 1000 size reel, 10-pound braid, fluorocarbon line. Of course, you know me, if you've watched my videos before, you know that I like the Christmas tree grub on a 1/16 ounce jig. Now, from my other creek fishing videos that have been down in southern Maryland, I know that when you see areas similar to this, that you probably have an area of deeper water. I want to get up there, give that area a try. I probably have about another 30 minutes before I need to head back to the car because my wife is waiting for me. But hopefully this is going to pan out. That's another smallmouth. Oh, I see you trying to pull drag. Come here, buddy. Oh, stay down. Come here in that pretty water. Look at you in that pretty, pretty water. Come here. Might be the best one of the day right there. Yeah, it might be the best one of the day. We're going to take a picture of you. I knew there'd be one in there. Don't you love it when you see an area and you say to yourself, there's got to be a fish in there. There's got to be at least one. I love it when that happens. I love it when that happens. Let's see if there's another one in here. Or maybe we'll walk up a little bit that way. We'll see. What a neat location. Our trip in Kentucky is pretty much coming to an end. It has been hot and humid. Back home, you take hot and humid, put it together. In the afternoons, you have a thunderstorm, which relieves some of the heat. Here in Kentucky, not so much. We got the hot, we got the actual humidity, but no thunderstorms in the afternoon. So my family and I were considering cutting our trip a little short and heading back today, maybe tomorrow morning or something like that. I've driven over to Indiana at what are called the Falls of Ohio. That's right, Falls of Ohio are in Indiana. What I do understand is that my Kentucky fishing license will allow me to fish here, and maybe I can add another state to my list of states where I've caught a fish. Let's see if we can do it. And it's small, but it's a fish. It is a fish. Oh, look at that. How beautiful that fish is. Oh my goodness, he's had something taken out of him. I'm gonna have to look up to see what type of fish he is. But he's gorgeous, except for that big hunk out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spines on the dorsal. 1, 2, 3 spines on the anal fin. What a gorgeous fish. Something really took a hunk out of him though. Came back and hit my fly, or my jig, which I'm digging that. So okay, it's not the hugest fish. It wasn't that flathead, but it's a fish, and it counts for the state of Indiana. It's one more state off the list. I have no idea how many more I have to go. Okay, everyone, so it's Thursday, the 7th of July, and I'm back in southern Maryland. While down in Kentucky, typical air temperatures were mid-90s and higher. Lots of humidity, standstill, and sweat. I could have gone, found a creek, stood there, ankle, knee deep, and fished for a while and cooled myself off. But if I had done that, I would have been taking the car, leaving my wife and son back at the Airbnb with no means of going out and doing anything. I didn't think that was very fair. So we drove back yesterday. I had a good trip. Definitely enjoyed what I did. Took the opportunity to fish outside of my normal haunts. Fish outside of the Chesapeake Bay watershed. And that's always fun. See what you can catch. hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully you saw something that maybe you could use. And until next time, tight lines.